Good morning. It's January 7th. It's Tuesday morning. We're looking at the S&P 500. So want to keep a few things in perspective here. Going to bring this chart down quite a bit. So here we have the previous, this is the current all-time high right up here at 63.50. We traded as high yesterday as 50 during the Globex actually at 54.50, so within 9 points of the all-time high. We haven't sold off hard, but we have sold off a little bit here. So what we can see is that we had this previous area over here at this right over in this area. So that's something we'll want to pay attention to. This 53.75 area, something like that. So we can see that we obviously traded up here to 54.5. So we've seen that area, important area there. So if we look back here, what we can see is that we have, since we broke up above here, we could come back and use this again. We could use this again. So we could see some buyers come in here from either one of these prices right here. And then we could, if this doesn't hold at 30, we obviously have a ways to go down here to 18.75. So if the buyers don't step in at one of these, we could see them step in down here, but obviously there's some opportunity to get a short down here. And then if the buyers don't come in here, we kind of already used this, so not necessarily looking for this. So if this would kind of be our last chance, really, this 18.5 area. And if that doesn't hold here for buying, then some of that lower scenario that we said yesterday down here to that 32.01, and then down here into the 90s as well. We have those. So that'd be a breakdown. It's not the first scenario, that'd be a breakdown down to there. So first scenario would be one of these holding for buying and getting a push up. If that doesn't happen, then we break, ideally get a bounce, and then get a short down to this area. If this doesn't hold, a break, and then a push down to here or lower. Okay, on the other side, we've used this already, so we want to look at, we already came up here. So of course, if we came back up to the all-time high, that's something that we've got to respect. We got to see if the sellers are going to step in there. And there's quite a bit going on up here. So we've got from 62 half, we've got the all-time high at 63 half. Then again, we've got 66 quarter, then we've got 68 half, and then 70 and 3/4, and then 78. So would be really interesting today if we got up here. Definitely would be looking as this as a congestion zone. Somewhere up in this area, looking for an opportunity to get short and get some selling, although not entirely sure how that's going. If the sellers are going to come in, then we would need to really push below this area. So if it came up into here, this would be a congestion area. We'd look for probably some tighter consolidation in this area. There might be an opportunity to short it. If it was going to actually get some sellers, it would need to break back down below here. And then on the other side, if we could break up above, and there's not an enormous amount of room here. So this would be important. If we could get above 78, then opens up some room up here to 97. So just kind of one at a time if we come up into this area, and otherwise we've got some opportunity down here. So there you have it for this morning, and we'll see you in the live trade signals.